Hello students, in the last class we have completed some of the important concepts related to the carboxylic acid, mainly the structure and general information. Along with that, the nomenclature. Even we have completed the physical properties of the important functional group, that is carboxylic acid. Previous to that class we have completed about the aldehydes, ketones, both the functional group, and the general information, nomenclature, along with the chemical properties as well as physical properties and uses of both functional group like aldehydes and ketones that we have studied in the previous class. But today's class will go with some of the important reactions. So after the completion of the physical properties, we'll have some of the important chemical properties which are related to the carboxylic acids, and there are some important reactions, so in which one of the important reaction, that is chemical reaction in case of carboxylic acid, is reaction involved in the cleavage of OH bond, right? So in case of the carboxylic acid, if you take any of the group, right? So in general, if you take RCOOH group, right? Okay, we'll do a bit of rough work here, right? So if you take the functional group, that is RCOOH, right? So here, so due to the breaking of this OH bond, means this is similarly in the form of R C double bond O, and it is in the form of OH, right? So this is the structure of carboxylic acid. We already know that one, right? So here the breaking of bond may takes place at carbon and oxygen, or it may take at oxygen and hydrogen. On the basis of breaking of bond, the different reactions will take place. So therefore, in the first case, so in case 1, we are studying about the cleavage, right? So the cleavage is nothing but breaking, right? So breaking of bond between oxygen and hydrogen, right? So whenever this bond breaks, right? So what will the product obtained? Whenever the carbon which is related to the hydroxyl group in case of carboxylic acid, if the bond breaks between oxygen and hydrogen, that is generally called as cleavage of OH bond. So due to the cleavage of OH bond, what will be the product obtained? What will be the product obtained? That can be studied under the reaction involving, that is cleavage of OH bond, right? So here you can observe the reaction involving the cleavage of OH bond, right? So if you take a carboxylic acid and if you react with the active metals like sodium, right? So active metals like sodium, it will convert into sodium carboxylate, which means it will replace the H ion, that is the H ion, that OH bond breaks, and in the place of H there will be an fixation of Na plus molecule. Therefore here if you take initially, that is RCOOH, right? So here I will write that RCOOH, that is carboxylic acid. By the addition of Na plus or a sodium atom, so what happens, this H is replaced and this Na is added. So therefore the product obtained will be, that is RCOO minus Na plus, right? So negative charge will be on oxygen and positive charge will be on the sodium, and this is generally called as sodium carboxylate. Sodium carboxylate, and this product is formed. Along with that, there is a liberation of hydrogen molecule. You can further balance the chemical equation, right? So here the important thing is, due to the breaking or the cleavage of OH bond between oxygen and hydrogen, that bond breaks. So for that, in presence of the active metals like sodium, it will convert into sodium carboxylate, right? So the same reaction I have written here. The carboxylic acid, like alcohols, evolve hydrogen, right? So the hydrogen can be eliminated from that with the electropositive metal, right? So with the help of electropositive metal, and forms the salt. It converts into salt, that is sodium carboxylate. And with alkalis, similar to the phenol, which means however the reaction takes place in case of phenols, in the same way the same reaction takes place in case of carboxylic acid also. Very simple. Just remember, the first step is cleavage of OH bond, or the first type of reaction in carboxylic acid is due to the cleavage of OH bond, that is oxygen hydrogen bond, which is present in case of carboxylic acid, and whenever it reacts with the sodium, it will convert into sodium carboxylate. Okay, if you go for the second important type of reaction, there is a reaction involving the cleavage of COH bond, right? So already we have talked about the cleavage of OH bond. Now we are talking about case 2, that is second type of reaction, that is cleavage of, right? So that is COH bond, which means now the bond breaks here, right? So whenever the bond breaks here, right? So in the first case, so the bond between oxygen and hydrogen was broken, and in second case the bond between carbon and hydroxyl group is broken, right? So whenever this bond breaks, So whatever the product obtained, right? So what kind of product is obtained, that is the second type of reaction in case of carboxylic acid. First one is breaking of OH bond, that is cleavage or breaking of OH bond, and second case is cleavage of COH bond, right? So how the product is formed due to the breaking of carbon and hydroxyl group bond breaks. So here you can observe there are different type of reactions in case of reaction involving cleavage of OH bond. In that, first one is formation of anhydrides, right? So whenever the carboxylic acid on heating with the H2SO4 or phosphorus pentoxide P2O5 give anhydrous. Generally they will convert into anhydrous. For example, if you take the ethanoic acid, that is 2 moles of ethanoic acid or 1 mole of ethanoic acid reacted with another mole of ethanoic acid, it is converted into ethanoic anhydride. It is generally converted into ethanoic anhydride. Mainly here the reactant which is used is there is H2SO4, or in case of P2O5 phosphorus pentoxide, and H2SO4 is nothing but sulfuric acid. You can use the sulfuric acid for the preparation of anhydrides, or you can use the phosphorus pentoxide for the preparation of anhydrous molecule. Very simple reaction. In case of formation of anhydrides, carboxylic acid on heating with sulfuric acid or with the phosphorus pentoxide gives anhydrides. Here I have taken 2 moles of ethanoic acid. One is ethanoic acid, another one is ethanoic acid. Whenever it reacts in presence of H2SO4, here I can take it as H2SO4 in presence of H2SO4, or you can take it as P2O5 phosphorus pentoxide. It will convert into ethanoic acid. Both will mix and they will convert into ethanoic acid. And this is mainly due to the breaking of COH bond, right? So this bond breaks. Generally this bond breaks, right? So due to the breaking of this bond, so it will convert into ethanoic anhydride, right? So this is the second case, reaction involving the cleavage of COH bond. And second important reaction in case of a reaction involving cleavage of COH bond is esterification, right? So esterification is nothing but ester formation reaction. If you analyze this word carefully, that is nothing but ester formation reaction is generally called as esterification. Whenever the carboxylic acids are esterified with alcohol, right? So whenever they reacted with alcohol or phenols in presence of again the acidic medium H2SO4 or HCl, which can be taken as a catalyst, right? So H2SO4 or HCl, generally you can take it as the H plus ion. H plus ion is nothing but the complete acidic medium. So therefore here, due to esterification, what happens, the carboxylic acid are esterified, which means they can be converted into esters when they react with alcohols or phenols, which means there are 2 functional group added. One is carboxyl group, another one is alcoholic group, or you may take the phenolic group, right? So whenever the carboxylic group and alcoholic group react in presence of acidic medium, they convert into esters. Along with the liberation of water molecule. And this reaction takes place due to the cleavage of ROH bond, that is COH bond, right? So due to the cleavage of COH bond. And in this reaction, we are talking only about the breakage or cleavage of COH bond. Third one is reaction with PCl5, PCl3 and SOCl2. Phosphorus pentachloride, phosphorus trichloride, thionyl chloride, right? So here there are 3 reagents, and what happens whenever it reacts with the PCl5, PCl3 and SOCl2, the product is given, right? So this is also one of the example for cleavage of COH bond, right? So here if you observe, the carboxylic acid react with PCl5, it will convert into RCOCl. Similarly, 3 moles of RCOH, that is carboxylic acid, react with the PCl3, again it will convert into RCOCl. Again, if carboxylic acid react with thionyl chloride, that is SOCl2, it will convert into RCOCl, right? So the same product is obtained whenever it react with PCl5, PCl3 and SOCl2. But the important thing here is, this reaction is also an example for cleavage of COH bond in case of carboxylic acid. And fourth important reaction is reaction with ammonia. Right, so whenever the carboxylic acid react with ammonia, they convert into ammonium salt, right? So they convert into ammonium salt. Further on heating at high temperature, they give amides. Generally they convert into amides. So here if you observe, the acetic acid, which is nothing but the carboxylic acid, that is CH3COH, in presence of ammonia, NH3 is nothing but ammonia. In presence of ammonia, what happens? It will convert into ammonium salt. There is CH3COO minus NH4 plus. Here you can observe CH3COO minus NH4 plus. Further, by the removal of water molecule, that is dehydration, or with the help of heating, generally with the help of heating, we can convert that is ammonium salt into acetamide. generally converted into acid. And in this product you can observe there is a cleavage of COH bond. There is a cleavage of COH bond because there is no OH present here in case of product side. Therefore, due to the cleavage of COH bond, here the acetamide is produced, right? So the reaction with ammonia, whenever the carboxylic acids like CH3COH, generally acetic acid, reacts with ammonia, initially it will convert into ammonium salt. Initially it will convert into CH3CO minus NH4 plus ammonium salt, and in presence of water molecule, what happens? It will convert into CH3CONH2, that is acetamide, right? So if you take an example of the carboxylic acid which is the carboxyl group which is bonded with the benzene, we can call it as benzoic acid, right? So whenever this benzoic acid reacts with ammonia, there is NH3, it will convert into ammonium benzoate. Initially what happens? It will convert into ammonium benzoate, and further removal of water molecule, what happens? It will convert into benzamide, right? So this is also an example of the reaction involving the cleavage of COH bond. Understand the main concept here, right? So here we are talking about reaction of cleavage of COH bond. There is a second case, reaction of cleavage of COH bond. In first case we have seen one example, that is a reaction of cleavage of OH bond, right? So due to that we can prepare different kinds of product in case of carboxylic acid. And the next important reaction in case of carboxylic acid is the preparation of phthalimide from carboxylic acid. The preparation of phthalimide from carboxylic acid, right? So here you can observe the benzene which is bonded with the 2 COH groups. Whenever it reacts with the NH3 ammonia, it will convert into ammonium phthalate. Initially what happens? There is addition of NH4 plus to this, right? So whenever there is addition of NH3, it will convert into NH4 plus. So therefore ammonium phthalate is formed. Further, on the removal of water molecule, right? So by heating, it will convert into phthalimide. And further again by the removal of NH3 groups, right? So by strongly heating, it will convert into phthalimide, right? So phthalimide is different, phthalimide is different, right? So we can prepare phthalimide from carboxylic acids, right? So generally if you take the carboxylic acid group and if you react with ammonia, there is NH3, initially it will convert into ammonium phthalate. Again if you heat this or if you remove the water molecule from this, it will convert into phthalimide. Further again if you remove the NH3, the ammonia molecule which are present in phthalimide, by strongly heating the molecules, it will convert into phthalimide. It is generally converted into phthalimide, right? So this is most of the time repeated 3 marks question, right? So this is the most of time repeated 3 marks question. So once you check the annual exam question paper, you will get this question. And next important reaction is reaction involving the cleavage of COOH group. Reaction involving the cleavage of COOH group, right? So this is the third case, right? So this is the third case, the reaction involving the cleavage of COOH group, right? So here you can observe this complete group is broken again, right? So that is the third case, right? So in the first case what we have done, so we have done only the cleavage or the breaking of OH bond, but in second case what we have done, the breaking of COH bond, and in third case what we have done, the cleavage of RCOOH, right? So here you can observe, right? So once again I will show, this is R, that is COOH, that is first case, R, C double bond O and OH in the second case, R, C double bond O and OH in the third case, right? So in first case what we did, here you can observe in the first case, the reaction that is mainly due to the cleavage of this bond, there is OH bond, and second case it is a reaction cleavage of this bond, that OH is separated, here H is separated, and in case of third case, complete cleavage here, that is RCOH, right? So this molecule is separated, right? So that is third case, this is second case, and this one is the first case, right? So due to the cleavage of only OH bond, the product obtained is different. Due to the cleavage of RCOOH in that OH bond, that is COH bond, the product is different. And again by the cleavage of complete COH group, again the product will be different. That is a third kind of reaction, right? So here you can observe the third kind of reaction, that is reaction involving the cleavage of COH group, right? So in that first important reaction is reduction reaction. Reduction reaction means the carboxylic acids are reduced to primary alcohols, which means we can convert the carboxylic acids, right? So reduction means addition of hydrogen or removal of oxygen, right? So oxidation means addition of oxygen, reduction means removal of oxygen, or you can also say that addition of hydrogen is also called as reduction. So therefore here the carboxylic acids are reduced or converted into primary alcohols, right? So if one molecule is replaced, then it is called as primary, right? So therefore the carboxylic acids can be reduced, right? So this word is very important, right? So due to reduction, they can be converted into primary alcohols by lithium ammonium hydride, by lithium ammonium hydride, or better with the diboranes. You can use lithium aluminum hydride as a catalyst, or you can also use the diboranes as a catalyst for the conversion of carboxylic acids into alcohols, that is RCOH. In presence of lithium aluminum hydride or in presence of diborane, it is converted into RCH2OH. Generally it is converted into RCH2OH. Like this we can convert the one functional group, that is carboxylic acid, into primary alcohols, and this reaction is known as reduction reaction, and this occurs mainly due to the cleavage or breaking of RCOH, that is RCOH, that is COH, breaking of R and COH, bond between R and COH group, right? So that is the third case, remember. And another example or another reaction for the cleavage of COH bond, that is decarboxylation. Right? Carboxylation means conversion into right. So converting into carboxylic acid. Decarboxylation means that is a reverse process, right? So here carboxylic acid lose carbon dioxide. Generally carboxylic acid lose carbon dioxide to form the hydrocarbons. Generally what happens? It will convert into hydrocarbons when sodium salts are heated with soda lime. When sodium salts are heated with soda lime. Understand the phenomena? Soda lime is nothing but NaOH and calcium oxide. Soda lime is nothing but NaOH, sodium hydroxide and calcium oxide. Sodium hydroxide and calcium oxide in the ratio of 3:1. Generally in the ratio of 3:1. Therefore, carboxylic acid lose carbon dioxide to form hydrocarbons whenever the sodium salts are heated with soda lime. Soda lime is the mixture of sodium hydroxide and calcium oxide in the ratio of 3:1. Then what happens if you take RCONA, right? So that is sodium salt, and if you heat in presence of the soda lime, that is NaOH plus CaO, that is soda lime, it will convert into hydrocarbon. Generally what happens? The product obtained here is hydrocarbon. The hydrocarbons can be produced. Along with that, there is a formation of Na2CO3, which means generally we can remove the carbon dioxide. Generally, we can remove the carbon dioxide, that is CO2 molecule, from carboxylic acid by reacting the sodium salt with soda lime in the ratio of 3:1. Right? So with the help of that reaction, we can go for the decarboxylation reaction. Right? So this example or this reaction is also comes under the third case, that is the reaction involving the cleavage of COH group. The next important reaction in case of chemical reactions of carboxylic acid, that is substitution reaction in case of hydrogen part. Wherever there is a hydrocarbon part, right? So the substitution reaction can take place. In that, first reaction is halogenation. The first reaction is halogenation, and it was given by the scientist called Hell-Ollard-Zelensky. Therefore, it is termed as Hell-Ollard-Zelensky reaction, and it is popularly called as HVZ reaction. And this reaction can be asked for 2 marks in your annual examination. Most of the time it is repeated. Explain HVZ reaction. Very simple reaction. Whenever the carboxylic acids having alpha hydrogen are halogenated, halogenated means addition of halogen or substitution of halogen is generally called as halogenation, right? So whenever the carboxylic acid having alpha hydrogen is halogenated at alpha position, on treatment with chlorine, whenever you react that with chlorine or bromine, that is halogen, in presence of small amount of red phosphorus, here red phosphorus acts as an catalyst. In presence of small amount of red phosphorus, it will convert into alpha halocarboxylic acid, generally convert into alpha halocarboxylic acid, and this reaction is generally called as HVZ reaction or Hell-Ollard-Zelensky reaction. There is RCH2COH, there is carboxylic acid. It is reacted with any kind of halogen, X2, where X may be chlorine and bromine, right? So X generally represents a halogen, and in presence of red phosphorus, that we taken as a catalyst, and in presence of water, that is aqueous medium, it will convert into RCHCOOH, which means the halogen is attached to the alpha part. Alpha part means the carbon atom which is directly linked with the functional group. Here this carbon is linked with the functional group, that is COH, and to this carbon, this is generally called as alpha carbon, and for this carbon the halogen is attached, and therefore the product obtained is called as alpha halo carboxylic acid. They can be converted into alpha halo carboxylic acid, where alpha represents the the alpha represents the position of the carbon atom which is directly attached to the functional group, and X represents the chloride as well as bromide. You may take chlorine also, you may take bromine also, right? So that is generally information about the halogenation in case of HVZ reaction, which is also known as Hell-Ollard-Zelinsky reaction. Very simple. The carboxylic acid which is having the alpha hydrogen, right? So alpha hydrogen means the hydrogen which is linked to the alpha carbon. It is generally called as alpha hydrogen. And on treating with the halogens like chlorine and bromine, in presence of small amount of red phosphorus, they will generally convert into alpha halo carboxylic acid. And this reaction is generally called as HVZ or Hell-Ollard-Zelinsky reaction. And another important reaction is ring substitution reaction. Ring substitution means if you take the aromatic ring and to that you can substitute the different molecules, right? So, and that reaction is generally called as ring substitution reaction, right? So in case of aromatic carboxylic acid, for the ring substitution you must take the aromatic carboxylic acid. So that is generally benzene which is bonded with the COH group. We will call it as aromatic carboxylic acid. The aromatic carboxylic acid undergoes electrophilic substitution, in which the carboxylic group acts as a deactivating group. Carboxylic group acts as a deactivating group, and it is generally termed as meta-directing group. This is very important. It's generally termed as meta-directing group. Right. For example, so here we can do some rough work. Right. So if you take a benzene, right. So it is already bonded with COH, that is generally called as benzoic acid. Right. So any kind of halogen, for example, or if you take any kind of NO2 group, if I add NO2 group for this, right. So whatever the COH group is present on the benzene, right. So whatever the COH group which is already present on the benzene, right. So it allows this NO2 only to bond at meta position, but it cannot help this NO2 group to bond at ortho as well as para position. There is no chance of ortho, there is no chance of para, only it allows the incoming group to bond at the meta position, because this COH act as a, right, so deactivating group, right. So that COH act as a deactivating group, right. So I have given two examples here. One is, you can observe here what happens, benzene which is bonded with COH, due to the addition of HNO3, NO2 group can be substituted in the benzene ring. Therefore here what happens, it will convert into M-nitrobenzoic acid. Generally it will convert into meta, because this COH group which is present on the benzene can only act as a meta directing. It will not allow the incoming NO2 group to the ortho position, or it will not allow to the para position. It will allow only to the meta position. Therefore it acts as a deactivating group, and therefore it allows the incoming group only to bond or to join at the meta directing or meta position. Hence it is called as meta directing group. If you take a benzene which is bonded with COH, and in presence of concentrated HNO3 and H2SO4, the NO2 group can be substituted only at the meta position, right? So only at the meta position. And if you again take the second example, this is the first example and this is the second example, right? So if you take again the benzoic acid, and if you react with a bromine or a chlorine, generally we will call it as chlorination or bromination, and in presence of iron bromide as a catalyst, again the bromine group is added to the meta position, and then for the carboxylic group which is present on the benzene, that acts as a meta directing group. The reason for that is it acts as a deactivating group. Generally it acts as a deactivating group, right? So these are the two important reactions in case of substitution reaction in case of hydrocarbon. So this is also asked for 2 marks many times. Be careful with this question also, right? So explain the ring substitution reaction in case of carboxylic acid, or most of the time the repeated question is explain the HVZ or Hell-Ollard-Zelinsky reaction, right? So these are some of the important reactions that is basically categorized into 3 types, that is cleavage of OH bond, cleavage of COH bond, and cleavage of COOH bond, right? So due to that breaking, different products can be obtained. And the fourth kind of reaction that we have seen is substitution reaction in the hydrocarbon part. And the last part in case of in case of carboxylic acids is uses of carboxylic acid. right? So we'll see some of the important uses of carboxylic acid, and we'll end up here. Generally, methanoic acid is used in the rubber and textile, as well as dyeing, as well as leather, which means in the preparation of paint, and in case of leather as well as electroplating industries. It has vast uses in that the carboxylic acids, generally methanoic acid specifically, the methanoic acid is used in the manufacture of rubber, textile, right? So paints, leather, electroplating industries. And ethanoic acid is used as a solvent. Generally, to dissolve some of the substance, we can use the ethanoic acid. And vinegar is used in the food industry. Generally, vinegar, right? So in case of food, even in home, we can use the vinegar. That is, in food industry, generally vinegar is used. And esters and benzoic acids used in perfumers. In most of the perfumes, the esters and benzoic acids are used because they have the very good odor, sweet fragrance. So therefore, generally they are used in the perfumes. And sodium benzoate is used as a food preservative. Remember, this is very important. Sodium benzoate is used as a food preservative. And higher fatty acids, which are used in the manufacture of soaps and detergents. So generally, these higher fatty acids are used for the manufacture of soaps as well as detergents, right? So go through the some of the important reactions of carboxylic acid based on case 1, case 2, case 3, and different type of reaction, along with the uses of the carboxylic acid, right? So this completes your one more chapter in organic, that is aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acid. In the next class, we'll go with a new chapter. Thanks for joining.